Hey everybody, this is Julie with ReadySetStampIt.blogspot.com, and when I was cleaning out my scrap room yesterday, I found out that I have so many scraps. So what I'm going to do is challenge myself to use up some of these scraps because I just have too many, and I mean I can't believe like some of these scraps are big enough to make a card with. This was a kit that I purchased to make my brother a scrapbook, and I'm not much of a scrapbooker at all. But I did it just because I thought it'd be really cool to do something like that for him for Christmas. So that's what I did, and I made him a really neat scrapbook that he absolutely adores. So I'm going to go ahead and just use some of these here, some of the paper that I got from that, and trim it up and make a cute little card here. So let me keep going with this. Let's see, I'm going to trim this up just a little bit. I cut this one just a little too big. There we go. Alright, I don't have my corner rounder, so I'm just going to kind of fake it. Just try to do it, but I think I did alright there. Just tuck it right in that corner there. Okay. Get a little bit of the double stick tape over here. So what I did was I just went through and kind of tried to, the whole kit was color coordinated, but I just tried to see things that I like, and I even stretched myself a little bit because I'm going to be using some buttons, which I never use buttons, so it's a new thing for me, but I thought, hey, why not? I want to try something different here and do something out of the norm. Oops, you know what? I wanted to add a different color here, so sorry about that. I took that off because I'm going to add this right here. And the nice thing about this one's already rounded. So that's pretty handy that it comes rounded right there. I don't need it that tall, so let me just trim off a little bit here. There we go. Double stick tape it here. Maybe one more up in the corner there. Okay, so we're going to put that here. That looks cute. And now we'll add this little guy back onto here. A little bit lower here. That looks cute. Alright. Now the next step I wanted to do was add this green to here. And I think I will put it a little bit higher like that, just so it gives another variation of color in here. So let's add this. Trim it up right here. Okay. Little double stick tape. This was a pretty cool kit that came, especially if you're not a scrapbooker like me, who's not a scrapbooker. It was really neat because it's just sort of a no-brainer to put it together, so you didn't have to really think about it too much, which I kind of like. I'm going to add a little bit of this brown through here just to give it some color. And measure right here. There we go. Make sure I keep that on place. I don't want to cut that too big, too small. So, of course, and these scissors couldn't be the users of the scissors. Now, could it? It would have to be the scissor, not the person using it. Alright, let me do this here. And do it over here. Just fold it over here to make it stick right here. There we go. Alright, I'll put that here. Move it along a little. There we go. Now, I can trim this. Let's just flip it over so I know this paper looks like I got stuff spilt on it, but that's actually the way it looked. It came kind of distressed looking like that. Okay, so there's that. And then what I was going to do was add a stamp here. So this is from Perfectly Clear Stamps, and the design was called Sassy Silhouettes. So there you go. And what I'm going to do is take a little tiny one called Thanks. You can see it on here. It's just little tiny. It says Thanks. And I'll put it on this black ink pad right here. Actually, instead of black, let's do brown. Since we're kind of dealing with burgundy tones and whatnot, let's do a little brown. I think that would look better with this. So let me tap this, and what I'm going to be stamping is this little guy here. So let's stamp this, see if I can get this as centered as possible. Thanks. Alright. And since I didn't get that as centered as I'd like, I've got these buttons right here. So let me do that in here. Alright, so I've got these buttons that I want to work with because I'm trying to challenge myself a little bit. So let me take some of these XOXO, and I'll take a small little guy here, and I am going to put that right there. So that kind of looks like it was intentional, even though it wasn't. And now let's get a little more of this ribbon. I'm going to take some more of this ribbon. I'm kind of going to fold it like this. Normally you would probably use your stapler for this, but I am just going to cut it right here. There we go. And what I'm going to do is use some of these XOXO to sort of seal it here. So I'm going to put a little XOXO in my hand so that while I'm doing this, so the XOXO would need to go right there in this little crease. There we go. So I'll put it like right there, and I'll need to put a little XOXO behind here as well. So it kind of acts the same thing as a stapler would, but I'm just doing it here on my own since I do not have a stapler right at my fingertips here. So I will work it out. Okay, so now I'm going to get a little double stick tape for the back of this. And I think we'll get a little bit of mounting foam for this to give it a little bit of pop in the back here. So let me get a little bit of double stick tape on this guy. There's my little ribbon, and we'll add it to this little guy here. Now I'm just going to trim it up just to make it look a little more even here. So I'll have to being a little stinker. There we go. So there's that, and I think that's just way cute. So maybe we'll put it down there. I kind of like it on there just to give it a little variation. Let's take these here, scissors, and this mounting foam. We'll add it to the back of this here, and then we'll pull it off. There we go. We're going to add a little thanks, just like that. Now, what I'm going to do with these extra buttons here, since I kind of want to get rid of them because I'm not a big button fan. So let's get rid of them. And it's perfect because I have 5, and I want to get rid of them. I like doing things in 3s or 5s. I think I mentioned that on a different video. So I will just make this work here with these little button guys. With the little XOXO, that's how I'm adhering it. And one more little XOXO. So I'm trying to decide, I think I'll put that guy over here. So, alright guys, there is the finished card, and this was with my challenge of trying to make a card without using any other paper, just using my scraps, and I hope you enjoy it. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer for you guys to see here. There we go. Alright, thanks so much for watching, guys. I appreciate it.